Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Suit Updates. So this is what I'm pretty much going to be calling them now. Every time I make an update on my suit or try to discuss anything that I want to do with my suit, like future projects or things that I'm going to be doing in the future, will all be in these videos. I'm already thinking about making other videos that'll touch other aspects of the making the suits themselves. So as I previously said, I bought a new face shell and lens set from T-Jack, and this is going to match the Scarlet Spider. So this is going to be, uh, you know, this is going to be like the first step into making my third suit. But before I get into this particular face shell and lens set, I wanted to touch on my current face shell and why I'm getting rid of it, or well, I'm not getting rid of it, just not using it for my new suit. Basically, it's already banged up. I mean, look, this right here, big crack. This happened during Otakuthon. I don't know if you could really tell, but there's some sort of like a little plastic layer, and it's coming apart. And this is what's actually holding the magnets down. Not only that, but there are pieces of the right here, pieces of the the mask itself that are falling apart. It's still usable. I still use it from time to time. It's just that, of course, it's not going to last very long. But why I decided to get a new face shell instead of just using this instead. Well, it's because this one already matches these lenses. Everything is already like perfect with these lenses. They look really good. And if you look here, they match perfectly with this. The lenses are set on perfectly. When you look at it, it looks perfectly fine. There's really no issues with this whatsoever. I mean, if it's not broken, if it's not needing any repairs, don't fuck with it. Don't toy with it anymore. I will still be using it with my other suits. And if push comes to shove and it does actually break, I'm going to get myself another face shell and use these lenses as base and just glue the magnets to the other side. So that's pretty much it for this face shell, and I will now pass on to the second face shell that I got. This is the face shell that I just bought I bought it last week from T-Jack, and as you can tell already, there's nothing on it. It looks like pretty much a clean slate. I could do anything I want with this and pretty much get away with it if it's good. Now, putting them side by side, look, you see here. This is the Amazing Spider-Man 2 style face shell. T-Jack offers two of them, two versions, and I think this one is, in my opinion, the best one, mainly because it's so light. I really don't know what this is made out of, but this is really nice material. This is hefty and it feels durable, but this is like not really flimsy, but like lithe, and it really it's very like light and pliable, and it could take a few bangings. Yeah, and I mean the material is just like way different. Like and also the shape is pretty different. Look at this, and now look at this. This one has like more of the bump, the ridge here of like a hockey mask, while this one is more of like it's like an actual nose. Oops, an actual nose. So that's pretty much that for the face shell, and now I'm gonna go with the lenses that came with it. These are as previously discussed. This is the Scarlet Spider style lenses, and as you can tell, they're flat. They're not curved or bent, and if I put it here, as you can tell, it doesn't work. This is something that you have to modify yourself. I mean, this whole kit you have to modify yourself. It's T-Jack really. I mean, he does offer the option of just like making the face shell himself. Like he builds it and he ships it to you. But where's the fun in that? Also, it's not that complicated. He does send you instructions. I mean, I will go over this video like what exactly to do. Like I went over the instructions, so we'll get to that later. But they look really nice. I mean, he also painted them white as I requested them, which is perfect. The other thing that came in with the lenses is two sets, and I don't know why two. I was thinking, one is enough, but I guess just to be safe. These are the lens mesh that go with the suit, the lenses here. So I'm using one hand here. let's just say, crap. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Okay, well, this should do for now. As you could tell, looks pretty good. I mean, yeah, I don't. Well, I think this is probably why he gave me 2 sets, because let me just put it down here, and this is the little funny, cool thing he put with it. I think it's meant to be. See, as like I said, there's 2 sets, so 4. So maybe what I'm thinking is that he puts one under and one over to make it look like, you know, no, I don't know. I don't really know why he gave me 2. I think 1 is enough. I mean, it doesn't look as opaque as I wanted it to be. Like, people are probably going to be seeing through my mask and seeing my eyes, but I don't know. We'll see what we could do. I could always just paint over it like white and everything, and you know, spray paint it, and it should be fine. The other thing that came with it is the magnets. So these are magnets that you're going to be putting on the edges of your lens and in the back of your mask. So that's pretty much what comes with a T-Jack mask and like do-it-yourself mask and lens set. I'm going to be going over now what you do with them. So first things first is you want to make this into a bendable lens. What you're going to do is, according to the guide, you can pass these in boiling water just very quickly, like just dip them. And if you just mold them and just place them on the face shell while they're still like melty and like bendy, and you just let them cool, like you hold it down with your hands until it gets cold, it'll retain its shape. It'll stay hard like it is hard right now, and that's actually pretty cool. I mean, I think this is going to be the simpler step. Once that is done, now it's onto the you know, the gluing on the mesh onto the lenses itself. Of course, now that they're bent, it'll take a bit longer, and it'll be a bit harder to mold perfectly. But the trick or the idea is to not use crazy glue. Recommended is hot glue. I think even these lenses here used hot glue. Yeah, I mean, it looks like jelly a bit, so I think it's hot glue. If you put hot glue, it'll stick, and because I think if you use crazy glue, it'll make the material opaque. It'll make it like you can't see through it if you screw up and it leaks. So that, you know, that being said, that taking into consideration, you have to be a bit careful and use a hot glue gun. Now, once the lenses are set, now once again, I'm gonna have to contact him, because he does answer questions when you buy from him. He said, like, any question whatsoever, he will answer them for you, and he'll say, oh, okay, we should do this and do that. And yeah, what can I say about that? I mean, look, once the lenses are glued on, that's going to be a different story. Obviously, I'll be trying to film my methods and what I do to make the actual face shell and lenses. And once that is done, you're gonna super glue. You're gonna hot glue the magnets on the sides, and preferably not where the mesh is. And then once that is done, you're gonna take this, flip it upside down, and try to match the magnets where they are here. And I think that's going to probably be the hardest part. I'm not really good at math and calculations and measurements, so I'm probably going to have a hard time with this. Once that is done, though, you're pretty much done, and all you need to do is, according to him, Dremel eyes out. Yeah, just use Dremel tool and then Dremel the eyes out, and use a drill to drill the breathing holes in. So that's pretty much my update. I just wanted to tell you guys again that this is still in its infancy stages. I'm not going to be making very many videos within the next few weeks, mainly because I don't have the money. I'm going on a trip, and I spent all my money on it. So this is obviously something I'm going to take a lot of time doing, and hopefully, you know, the more I do it, the better the costume will look. So that's pretty much it for now, and I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon when I get some updates. See ya.